This is Professor R.N. Patil and I would like to discuss with you about alternative fuels for IC engine. The first and most important is, what is the need of these alternative fuels? As you know that we are using petrol and diesel and IC engine is running good on these fuels, so what is need to search these alternative fuels? Now as you know that these conventional fuels which are petrol and diesel, they are going to run out. They are diminishing very rapidly, but the demand is increasing continuously. So in order to fulfill the demand of fuel, it is necessary to search for some alternative fuels. Second is to reduce the pollution. As you know that the pollutants that comes out from the petrol and diesel engine like CO, CO2, SC, NOx, these pollutants are not only harmful to environment, but they are harmful to human health as well. Hence it is necessary to search for some fuel which will have less or no pollution compared to petrol and diesel. Third one is to become more energy independent. As you know that maximum of crude oil required for India, it is imported from other countries. So we are dependent on other countries for the oil. So it will affect negatively on the economy of India. So if it is possible to if it is possible to produce some fuel in India itself, obviously it will make India more energy independent. And fourth one is relatively low cost. As these fuels can be produced domestically, hence their cost is comparatively less. It must be less than petrol and diesel. Then what are the possible alternatives? So these are the three categories. First one is called as the solid fuels, second one is called as the liquid fuels, and third one is called as the gaseous fuels. So first of all we will discuss about solid fuels. Initially some attempts were made for use of these solid fuels in IC engine. As you know that it is very difficult to use solid fuels in IC engine. There are many other reasons, but one of the most important reason is abrasiveness of particles of solid fuels. See, initially the particle size which were used for a fuel of IC engine was 100 micron. See, as far as IC engine is concerned, the size of this fuel is much higher. But now we are able to reduce this up to 10 micron. But still some abrasiveness is there, and it definitely will damage the different engine parts. But as I have told you, some earlier attempts were made for use of these solid fuels in IC engine. For example, in later half of 18th century, Rudolf Diesel, who is the inventor of diesel engine, used coal dust mixed with water as a fuel for his diesel engine. Okay, so this was the attempt made. One interesting story was that during Second World War, when maximum of this liquid fuel available was used by army vehicles, so at that time very less or no fuel was available to the civilians. Hence at that time many civilians, they have tried these solid fuels for their IC engine. So that was the period when maximum of solid fuels was used for IC engine. But after that, as more crude oil was available, and hence we have shifted maximum from solid to liquid fuels, and hence nowadays this solid fuel is almost absolute. Then the second one is liquid fuels. These fuels are most promising fuels, and hence they are mostly preferred for IC engine. There are two reasons behind for using these fuels for IC engine. The first one is they are easy to store, and second one is they have reasonably good calorific value. Now this question may come in your mind that what is mean by calorific value? See, calorific value means total heat content of that fuel. If total heat content is more, obviously that fuel will liberate more energy during combustion in combustion chamber, and obviously will get more power outputs. Hence we always prefer the fuel of higher calorific value for IC engine. As liquid fuels, they are having higher calorific value, so they are generally preferred for IC engine. Now in these liquid fuels, many liquid fuels are there, okay, but among these the most promising are alcohols. There are many alcohols available. You know that in hydrocarbons, if we replace hydrogen by OH group, then it will become alcohol. But mostly two kinds of alcohols are preferred for IC engine, and the reason behind preferring this alcohol is they can be obtained from both natural as well as manufactured sources. Okay, so the first kind of alcohol that is preferred is called as the methanol, that is methyl alcohol. Its chemical formula is CH3OH, that you know. And the second is ethanol or ethyl alcohol. Its chemical formula is C2H5OH. Now the first one is methanol or methyl alcohol, that is CH3OH. The octane number of methanol is greater than petrol. So with methanol, 20% greater output than petrol engine can be obtained due to higher compression ratio. Now what is mean by that? The octane number of methanol is greater than petrol. What is mean by octane number? Octane number defines the anti-knock characteristic. If octane number is higher, then the anti-knock characteristic of that fuel is higher. The scale for octane number is from 0 to 100. Higher the octane number means, if suppose the octane number is near to 100, that fuel have good anti-knock characteristic. Knocking tendency of that fuel is less. For petrol engine, we always prefer a fuel with higher octane number, so that knocking is less. As methanol is having octane number more than petrol, hence you may say that the knocking tendency of that engine which uses methanol is less compared to petrol engine, and hence you can go for the higher compression ratio. As you know that as compression ratio of petrol engine increases, its knocking tendency increases due to the limitation in octane number. But or when you are using methanol, as its octane number is more, hence you can go for the higher compression ratio, and hence knocking tendency will be less. The thermal efficiency of engine is petrol engine is depends upon it depends upon the compression ratio, as it is possible to use higher compression ratio in case of methanol, hence thermal efficiency is more, right? And third is, as this we already have discussed, methanol can be obtained from coal or municipal solid waste, and the mass of methanol consumed is more than petrol due to lower calorific value of methanol. This is what the you may say the major disadvantage of alcohol. Calorific value of alcohol is less compared to petrol, and hence we have to use more mass in order to get same power output as that of petrol. Second is, as its calorific value is less, hence generally we prefer these alcohols in blended form, right? So what is mean by blend? For example, if suppose M10 blend, it means 10% of methanol by volume and 90% of gasoline. Okay, other blends are also available. In some cases the blends up to M85 was also used, where 85% methanol was used and 15% of gasoline is used. Okay, in methanol can be used in some dual fuel engine as well, but this methanol is not good fuel for CI engine. Okay, the major reason is its octane number. Octane number of methanol is higher. Higher octane number fuels are always preferred for SI engine, and they are not good fuel for CI engine, and hence methanol is not good fuel for CI engine. Okay, but if a small amount of diesel oil is used for ignition, it can be used with good result. Okay. Now the second one is, that is ethanol or ethyl alcohol, C2H5OH. Octane number of ethanol being alcohol is also greater than petrol, and hence more thermal efficiency than petrol engine. This we already have discussed. Then volumetric efficiency is also increased as more mass is entering inside the combustion chamber, hence we will get more volumetric efficiency in this case. And this ethanol can be obtained from any feedstock containing carbohydrates such as corn, wheat, sugarcane, potatoes, starch in carbohydrates, etc. Right? How this ethanol is preferred? Say the ethanol is preferred like this. The starch in carbohydrates, it will form sugar, and the fermentation of this sugar will form the ethanol. Okay, so this is the way the ethanol is preferred. Okay. Advantages of using alcohol: first one is it have higher octane number. Second, higher pressure and more power, as higher compression ratio can be used. Third is high latent heat of vaporization. Fourth is this can be obtained from natural as well as manufactured sources. Fifth is overall emissions are less, and sixth one is low sulfur content, so sulfur emissions are very much less. Okay, they are negligible. Disadvantage being, the most important disadvantage is its calorific value. It is almost half than that of petrol, and hence almost the double amount of mass of alcohol you need to use. Okay, more aldehydes in exhaust. This is more corrosive. Okay, and due to its lower vapor pressure, the poor cold starting, and poor ignition characteristics. Again, alcohols have almost invisible flame. This is a very dangerous thing when handling the fuels. And due to which possibility of vapor lock in fuel system, this causes the headache and dizziness. And due to low flame speed, compared to gasoline, the flame speed of alcohol is low, and hence NOx emissions are less, because NOx emission is the function of temperature. So as we will get less to the lower temperature, due to the lower flame speed, NOx emissions are less, but more time is needed to hit the catalytic converter to an efficient operation temperature. Okay, this is again one of the major disadvantage of alcohol. The next liquid fuel is vegetable oils. Okay, these vegetable oils may be, say, they are WVO or they are SVO. Now what is mean by WVO? This is waste vegetable oil. Okay, and what is SVO? This is straight vegetable oil. Okay, or you may say PPO means pure plant oil. Okay, so these are the two kinds of vegetable oils. Direct use of vegetable oil is very difficult because their viscosity is very high, and hence in order to use this vegetable oil in petrol engine, it is necessary to reduce this viscosity. Okay, rapeseed oil is one of the vegetable oil which was used, or which now also we are using in many countries. Okay, but the use of vegetable oil in India is still limited. Then use biodiesel. Nowadays, very many researchers they are doing research on use of biodiesel in diesel engine. What is mean by biodiesel? First thing, see, biodiesel is the diesel preferred from oil. As you know that the oil may be edible or non-edible. Edible oil means the oil that we can eat, and non-edible means the oil that we can't eat. For example, edible oil you may have the sunflower oil, non-edible oil like jatropha, like karanja. So these are the non-edible oils. Say, in country like India, it makes no sense of using edible oil for, say, engine, because this oil is not available to eat. Then how you can use that for, say, vehicle or for the engine? Hence many researchers, they have tried to prepare a biodiesel from, say, non-edible oil sources, like from jatropha oil plant or from karanja plant. Okay, so this is basically, biodiesel is basically a vegetable oil or animal fat based diesel engine fuel consisting of long chain alkyl esters. Okay, and as its viscosity density is higher than the diesel engine, hence we generally prefer biodiesel in blended form. Now you know the meaning of blend. B20 blends refers to 20% of biodiesel plus 80% of diesel. Okay, so you may have B5, B10, B20 up to B100. B100 means 100% biodiesel. Okay, so many researchers have done the research on this, and from this they found that up to B20 biodiesel can be used in diesel engine without any modification. Now what is mean by this without any modification? See, if you are using biodiesel, like say B50 blend you are using, so the viscosity of that oil is more than diesel. Okay, so more viscous oil pump has to pump, more viscous oil injector has to inject. Okay, so it is very difficult to do this, so it will harmful to the engine injection system. Okay, so if you want to use biodiesel without making any modification in engine system, you can go for up to B20. If you want to use the biodiesel after B20 blend, then you need to do some modification in injection system to counter the you may say viscosity of biodiesel. Okay. Now the next is preparation of biodiesel. How prepared. So these are the fatty acids, as I have told you, that is glycerides, say majorly. Then these glycerides are allowed to react with the alcohols in presence of catalyst. The mainly catalyst used is KOH, or NOH is may be preferred, but mostly preferred is KOH, and the reaction of these two will give you the esters and glycerols. Okay, so then these esters, they are also here, if you see, they are also having a double bond. Okay, that is why their viscosity is more. Hence, instead of using them directly, you can use them in a blended form. Okay, so this is how biodiesel can be prepared. Okay, what are the advantages of biodiesel? As biodiesels, they are having high viscosity, hence their lubricating properties are more better, much better than diesel, and they are having higher certain number ratings than diesel. Flash point is significantly higher. This is the one of the major advantage of this biodiesel. It is more than 130 degrees Celsius. Biodiesel has higher density than diesel. This is the disadvantage of it. Virtually no sulfur content. This is the advantage actually. Higher viscosity. This one is the disadvantage, and less effect on environment, but NOx emission is very much higher than diesel. So you may find in biodiesel up to B20, or for many blends CO and AC emissions are less, but NOx emissions increases in biodiesel. Okay, so these are the disadvantages of using biodiesel. Okay, the next is gaseous fuels. Okay, so what are the different types of gaseous fuels, and their advantages and disadvantages, all these things we'll discuss in next video.